Lesson 3. Tools to aid problem definition. We'll give an overview of the tools required, into each of these tools and their uses, examples of such tools, with some further reading which you must undertake. Overview. Learners presented with a problem, they aim to make sense of the problem in their own minds. This is known as internal representation. This is often done in a simplistic manner, such as making inferences and assumptions. See the ladder of inferences by Peter Senge that we looked at in Unit 2. The internal representation forms an input into a group's external representation. Successful problem representation is key to enabling problem definition. Problem representation involves identifying how one or a group of people perceive or interpret the problem. To do this, it's important to use qualitative as well as quantitative methods. It's important to represent your knowledge and problems in multiple ways, using a variety of tools. This encourages the learner to apply the domain of knowledge to the problem by critically examining the problem. These tools can also vary and allow the learner to express the problem in different forms: written, pictorial, numerical. This can be done in a number of ways. The main tools we use are questioning. As we looked at in Lesson 2, defining the problem involved asking the learners or encouraging the learners to ask questions. Concept maps. These can facilitate the organisation through building patterns and relationships. To build a concept map, you put the main problem in the centre. For the cash flow example, you might put that in a circle in the middle, and around it, put reasons for the problem. These might be forecasting, credit terms, inventory management, sales terms, and customer types. You can expand each of these issues. So for example, forecasting might be down to poor customer and supplier collaboration or lack of expertise. This can be done manually, or you can download software to facilitate this. One example is CMAP, which is available for free. Matrix or tabular representations. These are useful to classify relationships between concepts or to show how two factors interact. For example, the risk assessment matrix in project management classifies risks in terms of the probability they will occur and the severity if they occur. These tools can be created using Microsoft Word or drawn on a whiteboard. Flowcharts. These are useful to articulate processes or procedures to enable the learners to identify potentially where there may be problems. Encouraging the learners to represent the problem in a variety of ways increases their understanding of the problem and their ability to interpret and apply their prior knowledge. In addition, asking the students to articulate their reasoning behind defining a problem enables them to express their mental models and enhances their understanding of how they define the problem. Here's an example of a concept map. I'm sure most of you have used it. The problem's in the centre and the reasons for the problem occurring are externally. So this is an example of our cash flow problem. Here's an example of a risk assessment matrix used by the PMBOK project management methodology. So you have the relationship between the probability that risks will occur and the severity of the risk. And lastly, you have a flow chart. This is a flow chart for order fulfillment processing. As you can see, there's different ways of defining steps. And there's further reading available on this at the below link, which must be read. So using cognitive tools to represent problems. So as I mentioned, by representing the problem in a variety of ways increases your understanding, especially if you have multidisciplinary teams. Graphical methods of portraying a problem might get build a bridge between the different language used between different job roles and job types. And as well, it allows people to put on paper what they're thinking. So it all aids the decision-making process and the problem definition. So in the next unit, we're going to look at how to complete steps 3 to 5 in the PBL process.